my number one goal. Height gets a little fuzzy. Everybody says high head, high chest, all that stuff. Like, first number one thing I got to do is get more feet in the mat than my opponent. All right, number one thing, more feet in the mat. Then I got to get at least one of their feet in the air, up off the mat, towards their head. So if you ever get lost in a scramble, grab a foot, pick it up in the air, put it near their head. It'll serve you right. All right. Another thing I want you to think about when we're doing these drills is don't get your feet close together. All right. We shouldn't have our feet this close together ever in a wrestling match. It just doesn't make athletic sense. We always want our feet outside our hips. All right. But as we're starting to roll around, we're going to get in some uncomfortable positions. All right. When you scramble a lot, you don't scramble at all. But we got to remember these kind of fundamental things. All right. So we're just going to start low on the leg and work our way up. Now, the lower I can put them on my leg when they attack, more flexibility I have, more options I have to counter. All right. It's all about countering. So if he gets to a high crotch, okay, and I can't sprawl, I can't just be like, all right, cool, turn down and give up. I gotta figure out a way to still compete in this position and counter his offense. Okay, so my number one counter is always going to be sprawl. Get his legs back, get his drive leg knee to the floor, get his chest parallel with the floor, horizontal. All right, he wants his back vertical, which allows him to be powerful, and he wants his drive leg up. So I got to attack his head and his drive leg in every position. Single leg, I got to attack his head and drive leg in every position. Low single, I got to beat his head and his drive leg. Okay? No matter what, if I can get his face on the floor and get his knee on the mat, then I can start winning this position right here. Whether I sprawl or whether I scramble, nothing's different. I'm always trying to beat those key points. So we're going to start low single. He's going to have good low single position. Outside forearm framing the foot, forehead staring at the inside of my knee. He's hiding his near leg. His opposite leg is stepped up, ready to drive. He wants to transfer weight, circle, and collect my legs. All right? He's in on any leg attack. He wants to get the weight off the leg he's grabbing, so it's light. When it's light, he can pick it up. Okay, when he can pick my legs up, it makes me for a bad day. All right? So the first thing we're going to do is jam into his shoulder so we can beat his head. Now the second thing we're going to do is slide outside his shoulder. All right? So I can beat this pressure. I'm going to dive straight over the top and turn into him. Okay? So everybody see how my chest never touched the back. Alright, so he goes low single. I'm going to jam into the shoulder, weight on my foot, and slide outside the shoulder, dive straight over the top, and turn in. If you don't know what turning in means, or that doesn't resonate with you, turn away from the leg they're attacking. Okay? So if he's attacking my right leg, I'm going to dive and turn left. Don't do this. Alright? That's never going to work. Alright? So I got to get over the top. Out to my hands, turn in. Don't grab anything yet. Even if you know what to grab, don't grab anything yet. Questions? Anybody need to see it again? Am I showing it too fast? One more time. That's a fish right there. Is that the angle on me? Look that up. All right, one more time. Low single, jam, slide, dive. Don't dive away. Straight down the runway of the spine. Turn it in. Good, bro. That was good. Most of the time, they're going to attack our lead leg, right? Yeah, right there. So I'm going to jam the shoulder. I'm going to slide outside. Now, your hand can go two places. We can hook the hip, which I got a little baby T-Rex arm, so I'm always trying to find something close. Or I can go to the far ankle laces. You longer arm guys, I don't jump to it. I'm still going straight down the spine. I can either catch the hip, pull the hip with me. If I can get him to a hip, this is great. I can wrestle back into him, or I can go to the far laces. So low single, boom, right here. I'm still jamming. Still sliding the knee outside. Far hand can go to the laces. Notice, every time I get here, I'm not on my hip, I'm not on my shoulder, I'm not on my elbows. And then I can just climb the rope right here like I would finish a single leg. So play around with both. Sometimes you got to make a last-minute decision. You're thinking far ankle, but you need to go to the hip because it's a little bit easier. You can never go wrong with the hip. Sometimes that far ankle gives you a little bit of trouble. So we're wrestling. She's just too quick for me. Ah! On my ankle. All right? I got to get weight on my foot and jam the shoulder, and then I'm over the top. Straight down the spine, and then I'm wrestling back in. okay? Or the far end, whichever one you want. See some of you guys still kind of like going up and then down. I'm flying straight over the top like an airplane. Questions here?